Okay guys, today I'm going to go show you a wee Irish mayfly. So this is just a basic generic pattern. You can change this to suit yourself, going with different colours. This is a kind of paler colour, so it's a kind of olive, but you can change the hackles in the body and the wings, or the bit outside hackles to suit yourself. Change the tail. Hook in the vise, a size 10 Camasan B175. You can use a full and mill all-purpose. You could use a Camasan B170, which is a slightly lighter wire hook, whatever you fancy yourself, okay? Thread is just a kind of cream colour, 6/0. I'm going to take that down in the usual way, touch and turns down the body. Take that to just between the point and the barb. Snip away your waste. Now the tails in this fly are cock pheasant centre tail. You can use bronze mallard as well. Now they're quite long, so get yourself about 6 fibres, 5 or 6 fibres. Rip them off. Now, most cases it's at least double the length of the body for the length of your tail. Now what I do to try and get a bit of consistency when I'm tying a fly, I use the different points in my vise, so you can see there that the tails are coming to there on that knurled part of my vise. And if you keep tying your flies the same, if you're doing 6 or 7 flies, it can help you just to use these guidelines just to help. So tying that to there, pinch and loop, trap that in, okay? Cut, angled cut. Now the rib for this fly is I'm going to use fluorescent floss. This is Globite number 4. Now this can get a bit frayed, so what I like to do is just take a bit of wax and run it through the wax. So if you're a couple of goes, and that just stiffens it up and makes it a bit more workable. So tie that in, that's going to be your rib. Again, just tie that in on the top and then take your thread all the way up to about 2mm to the back of the eye, and then bring your thread back down. And start your thread where you want your body to start. So about there. Now normally use a kind of soft dubbing, so a good dubbing would be rabbit, something soft like that. I'm going to use this stuff here, I think it's great. This Vicuna dubbing, this is in cream. Now you could change that to an olive, you could change that to a hare's ear, you could do whatever sort of colours you want on that. Same with this rib, I've seen it with the red, also seen it with the chartreuse green, whatever you fancy. Okay, so dub yourself on a body. Just, again, nice and thin. Better to put a little on your thread and then just work over that when you're building your body. So keep the dubbing thin and even. A bit heavy there, just going to pick that off, tidy that up. So nice and tight dubbing, and then just build up a kind of tapered body as you go down towards the bend. And you don't need to be too fussy with this because we're going to attack this and fluff it up a bit. So a wee touch more. At the head. It's probably a wee bit too much. Just pick that off. So a wee bit there. As I say, don't worry too much, it's going to get fluffed up. Body hackle. This is just a cock neck hackle, nothing fancy. I bought this years ago for Cafara Brothers in Glasgow. So this is what I would call a sort of mid olive, medium olive. Again, just prepare your hackle, pull off the fluff, tie that in. Nice and tight. I like to put a wee half hitch on just to hold. Cut away the stalk, and then full turn at the head, and then spiral that down the body, the same as you would with any kind of palmer tackle. Now you can put more or less turns on depending on how fuzzy, if you like, how busy you want this fly to be. Okay, so suit yourself. The more turns of hackle, the higher it will fish in the water. So that's me there. And then just take your ribbon, your rib, and just go all the way back up. Now that helps to trap the hackle in, adds a bit of contrast colour, keeps the body in good shape. Okay, so take that up to there. Take your thread over, under and over, tie that in. Cut the excess away, and then just cut the tip out that's left of your feather. Okay. Now, throw a wee half hitch on, just to hold your thread from falling off. Because what I like to do now is get a wee lollipop stick with some Velcro on it and just attack it. Just watch your thread, but you don't catch your thread. What I'm trying to do here is blend everything in together. So it's bringing out some of the seal's fur and merging it in with the olive hackle. I just like the idea of the light coming through the fly, going through all these fibres and just creating that kind of olive glow. As you can see, that's worked quite well. Now the head hackle, it's French partridge body. I actually shot this partridge many years ago, and these are the breast feathers. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip it back to the bits that we don't need, pull all that fluff off, okay? And then expose the tip. So pull the fibres back until you've just got the tip there. We're going to tie that in. So the hackle facing towards you. Catch in the feather, 1, 2 turns, bend the tip back, come back over a couple of turns, and a wee hitch. You can break that tip out, but I'm just going to leave it. So take your hackle and fold back the fibres as you go. So you're going to put 1 turn there, and then keep folding the hackles back, keep folding the fibres back, and put 1 turn in front of the other. And that just helps to create the shape of the fly. Each fibre pushing the other one back with the previous turn. So as I say, just take that forward, keep stroking the fibres back. You'll get probably 2 or 3 turns out of that. So that's us to there. Then take your bobbin and catch in your stalk. Couple of turns. Pull that tight, turn to lock it in. You can break off or cut the stem, and then what you want to get now is a bit of varnish. Just let that soak into the thread there, and a wee bit on the actual thread as well. Then take your whip finish tool, four or 5 turns, pull that nice and tight, and cut away the waste. So it's like an Irish mayfly. To say you can use that obviously if there's a mayfly hatch on your loch. So like Lycamen teeth is a good hatch of mayfly, it might be a good fly to use then. But generally it's for the Irish lakes like Corrib, Mask and things like that these flies were devised. But feel free to fish them. I would always fish them in a big wave, or as I say, if mayfly are hatching. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that.